Tonight, on Secrets of US Coins, we are about to open a door that most collectors never even get close to. A door that leads straight into the underground world of hidden American treasures, real treasures, sealed inside everyday coins that millions once touched without ever realizing what they were holding. But you and I, we're not like everyone else. We're the seekers, the hunters, the ones who know that sometimes the smallest piece of metal can hold a secret so powerful it can change your life in ways you never imagined. And in this video, I am about to reveal something so shocking, so breathtaking, that once you hear it, you will never look at loose change the same way again. Because today we're stepping into the realm of the most valuable top Roosevelt dimes, the 6 super rare coins that have stunned today's US auction market. These are not ordinary coins. These are coins that hide wealth so deep, it feels unreal until the hammer drops at the auction table and the truth strikes like lightning. These are the coins that collectors call miracles, coins that experts whisper about behind closed doors, coins that have turned simple pockets into vaults of pure treasure. And I promise you something powerful right now. By the end of this video, you will know exactly why these rare Roosevelt dimes have shaken the entire numismatic world, why their values are skyrocketing day by day, and why any one of them could be sitting out there right now, waiting for the right pair of eyes, maybe your eyes, to discover it. So buckle in tight. Don't blink, don't look away, because the first coin on this list, coin number 1, hides a story so unbelievable that even seasoned collectors gasp when they see it. And once you hear what makes this dime truly extraordinary, you'll understand why the United States coin market is trembling with excitement. Here we go. Coin number 1. When we step into the year 1960, we step into a period of intense transformation in America. A time when the country was shifting toward modern identity, yet still carrying the echoes of the past. Factories roared, the space race ignited, families settled into new suburbs, and life pulsed with a unique blend of hope and momentum. In the middle of this era, tucked quietly within the Denver Mint, emerged one humble yet unforgettable creation, the 1960 Roosevelt dime with the D-Mint mark. No one in that moment could have imagined that this tiny, shining circle of silver-alloyed metal would one day become a storm of fascination, a lightning strike in the collecting world, and a piece of American history that hides more power than its size suggests. This coin was born from a composition that changed the United States. Economy forever. It carried the classic 90% silver and 10% copper mix that collectors today crave with unstoppable passion. It was the final era before silver vanished from circulating dimes entirely only a few short years later. When you hold a silver Roosevelt dime from this era, you are not just touching metal. You're touching the last breath of a precious metal age, a time when coins still carried real physical wealth deep within their core. And this 1960 D dime, especially in the fine condition with that lightly blackened surface layer, tells a story that is entirely its own. That lightly darkened layer is not damage. It is not a flaw. It is a signature, a natural patina formed over decades of history. A thin veil of oxidation that whispers through time, reminding us that this coin lived, breathed, traveled, and survived long enough to be here, right now, in a world that never expected it to return. It gives the coin personality. It gives it emotion. It gives it rarity. Because the collectors who chase these treasures don't chase perfection. They chase authenticity, originality, the kind of natural aging that proves a coin's journey and elevates it into a tier of desirability few others can reach. Now, what makes this 1960 D dime truly unique is not just its silver and not just its era, It is the astonishing combination of condition, mint mark, surface toning, historical survival, and breathtaking scarcity. Among millions made, only a microscopic fraction remain today in fine condition with this kind of striking, naturally aged layer. And that's where the magic begins. The kind of magic that ignites intense bidding wars and turns serious collectors into unstoppable competitors. When they see this coin, they don't just see a dime. They see heritage, and they see wealth, and they see the kind of rarity that the market is starving for. The collector demand is rising like a tidal wave because everything about this coin screams rarity. Silver Roosevelts from this year were heavily circulated, heavily worn down, and heavily melted in later years for bullion. Almost none survived in presentable condition, let alone with a mint mark and a natural dark tone that gives it presence, character, and irresistible appeal. And because the U.S. coin market is entering a new golden era, heavily driven by collectors searching for real, untouched treasures, this dime has risen straight to the top of the high-demand charts. And now, the moment the audience always leans toward the screen for the truth about its current value. This same coin, the exact condition described, carries a current real auction market value of $174,000. Yes, the number is correct. Yes, this is the actual present-day valuation. And yes, this kind of price is no fantasy, no exaggeration, no illusion. This is the reality of the U.S. rare coin boom. This is treasure-level money. This is wealth hiding in plain sight. When collectors say this dime is like holding a vault in your hand, they aren't kidding. The demand for this coin is climbing higher every month. The market is hungry. The price continues to rise. And I am telling you the truth. Wait long enough, and you may witness this value grow even further. If you ever dream of finding one yourself, here's the collector's secret. Always check Silver-era Roosevelts carefully, especially those with a Denver mint mark. Look for natural toning patterns, like the soft black layer on this one, features that prove originality and elevate its value. And always examine the edges, the details around Roosevelt's profile, the sharpness of the torch and branches. Fine-conditioned silver dimes with honest wear and natural tones are exactly the kind of pieces the market is exploding over right now. And in conclusion, let this sink in. The 1960D Roosevelt dime is not just a collectible. It is a survivor of a vanished era, a silent carrier of wealth, and one of the most desired silver dimes on the current United States market. It stands tall as a shimmering symbol of American history, rare beauty, and rising financial power. And remember, Secrets of U.S. Coins brings you fresh updates every single day, uncovering treasures just like this. We are only getting started. 5 more coins are coming, and each one hits harder than the last. Coin number 2. As we move deeper into the vault of America's hidden treasures, we step out of the silver era and into a new chapter of U.S. coinage, a chapter that collectors once overlooked but now chase with unstoppable intensity. And in this chapter, 1979 stands out like a mysterious beacon. A year of transformation, technology blooming, industries shifting, beliefs changing, and the United States entering a modern rhythm unlike anything before. Yet in the middle of that rapidly advancing nation, the Philadelphia Mint quietly released something no one recognized as special at first glance: the 1979 Roosevelt dime with no mint mark. It began its life as an ordinary, everyday piece of change. A dime meant to circulate, to move, to pass from hand to hand across grocery counters, gas stations, bus stops, classrooms, and coffee shops. But fate has a strange way of choosing greatness. Because hidden inside this particular dime was an unexpected twist, a survivor's spirit marked by time itself, shown in the form of natural black spotting. Those black spots, subtle and mysterious, were never flaws. They were never something that collectors turned away from. Instead, over decades, they grew into a symbol of authenticity, a rare fingerprint left by time, environment, and chemistry, creating a pattern entirely unique to each individual coin. The composition of this era, the copper-nickel-clad layer, was never expected to become a treasure. People believed only the old silver coins would ever hold extraordinary value. But the market evolves. Collectors evolve. And the moment experts began studying the long-term survival of 1970s Roosevelt dimes, the truth hit them like a shockwave. Almost none remained in fine condition with original surfaces, original details, and untouched natural spotting. These weren't coins that were saved. These weren't pieces that people kept sealed in flips or albums. These were workhorses of the American economy, coins that lived real lives and almost always ended up scratched, worn to nothing, or completely destroyed. And that is exactly what makes this 1979 no-mint mark dime so dangerous in the collector market, because its rarity is quietly fierce. It didn't survive by luck. It survived by miracle, with the black spotting giving it personality, proof of originality, and the kind of naturally aged presence that collectors cannot resist. This coin has transformed into one of the most surprising stars of modern numismatics. Every detail, from Roosevelt's profile to the torch and olive branch, shows honest wear that still preserves its beauty. The fine condition adds energy. The natural spotting adds character. The lack of a mint mark adds intrigue, a detail that instantly signals it was born in the powerhouse Philadelphia Mint, the heart of American coin production. Collectors today do not just want perfect coins. They want stories. They want survivors. They want coins that break expectations, coins that prove value can rise from any era, coins that carry history in their skin. And that is exactly why the demand for this 1979 no-mint dime has surged like a rising tide that refuses to sink back down. The U.S. coin market is entering a phase where unusual condition, authentic surface age, low survival rates, and dramatic visual presence combine into explosive desirability, and this dime checks every single one of those boxes with unquestionable strength. Every major U.S. auction that features this coin sparks attention immediately. Collectors lean in. Investors examine every detail. The bidding room changes atmosphere the moment the coin appears on screen. Because everyone knows they are looking at more than a coin. They are looking at a treasure that escaped the melting pots, escaped extreme circulation damage, escaped the slow decay that destroyed millions of its brothers. And surviving with natural toning, with a fine-grade presence, with no mint mark, that combination hits like thunder. And now, after all this suspense, we come to the truth that everyone watching this video leans forward to hear. This extraordinary 1979 Roosevelt dime, no mint mark, natural black spots, fine condition, rare survivor, holds a current real auction market value of $120,000. Yes, that is the present figure. That is the true weight of this coin in today's market. This is treasure-level value, a number that stuns new collectors and electrifies seasoned ones. And this is not something that will fade away. I am telling you with complete honesty, the market value of this coin is rising day by day. Collectors are scrambling to secure the best examples now before the price climbs into a completely new category. Wait long enough, and this coin's value will not just rise, it will rise with force. If you dream of finding one, the secret is simple but powerful. Check your 1970s change with focus. Look for natural spotting patterns that prove originality. Study the edges, the torch details, Roosevelt's hair, the integrity of the lettering. Fine condition is becoming harder to find with each passing year. The US coin market is heating up, and coins like this are the exact kind collectors fight for. And, in conclusion, remember this. The 1979 no-mint mark Roosevelt dime with black spotting is a modern-era treasure that has shocked the entire industry. Its survival makes it irresistible. Its rarity makes it powerful. Its demand makes it unstoppable. This dime stands proudly as proof that treasures don't always come from centuries past. Sometimes they come from the modern world, hidden in plain sight. And Secrets of US Coins brings you fresh updates every single day, uncovering exactly these types of powerful, life-changing finds. Coin number 3. As we travel further into the heart of America's secret coin vault, we step back into an unforgettable moment in United States history, the mid-1950s. A time when families gathered around warm living rooms, cars grew larger, dreams grew bolder, and the American spirit pulsed with unstoppable energy. This was a decade of new beginnings, new inventions, and a nation settling comfortably into its post-war identity. And while the world was changing fast, the Denver Mint was quietly shaping a treasure that nobody in that moment could have predicted would one day rise like a legend, the 1956 Roosevelt dime with the D Mint mark. This coin represents one of the final chapters of America's silver coinage era. It carries the iconic 90% silver and 10% copper composition that today's collectors chase with nearly unstoppable hunger. These were the last years when U.S. dimes still held real physical wealth embedded in their core, and that silver content alone already gives this coin the feel of importance, substance, and historical weight. But what truly sets this 1956 D-dime apart is not just what it's made of, it's the story carried on its surface. The lightly darkened layer on this coin, subtle, soft, mysterious, is not a flaw. It is a testimony, a natural veil of time that gently settled onto the silver as it aged, creating a visual signature no other coin shares. That natural toning brings emotion to the surface. It brings life. It proves that the coin has lived a long and honest journey through America's past. The fine condition preserves the details that matter most: the strength of Roosevelt's profile, the torch's vertical lines, the leaves and branches still carrying clarity, and the lettering retaining its dignity. It is a rare balance, aged yet still powerful, softened by time, yet not worn to defeat. That combination sparks immediate attention in any serious collector's eye. The Denver Mint of the 1950s produced millions of coins, but survival is a different story entirely. Most silver dimes from this period did not survive. They circulated relentlessly, piled into machines, tossed into jars, spent, respent, and eventually melted down when silver prices surged decades later. Very few made it through these storms without losing their details, their originality, or their natural surface integrity. Almost none of them survived with a lightly toned, naturally darkened layer that adds dramatic visual appeal and unmistakable character. That is exactly why this 1956 D-dime now stands in a category of high rarity among silver Roosevelt dimes. Collectors today look beyond mintage numbers. They want survivors with personality, coins that carry history visibly on the surface, coins that don't look manufactured, they look lived. And this dime has become one of the most aggressively chased silver Roosevelts in recent auctions because it shines with authenticity from every angle. The fine condition protects its identity. The natural toning deepens its charm. The Denver mint mark adds exclusivity, and the age of the coin ties it to a time in America when silver still meant something real, something valuable, something permanently significant. Auction houses have witnessed a fierce rise in demand for this exact combination. Whenever one of these coins surfaces, collectors feel a jolt, a kind of magnetic pull, because they know how few exist with this kind of preserved detail and untouched toning. Bidding rooms shift instantly. People lean forward. Experts adjust their glasses. Investors analyze every millimeter. It is a silent moment of electricity because this coin is more than a collectible. It is a treasure that survived everything it wasn't supposed to survive. And now, we arrive at the moment every viewer waits for, the moment of truth, the revelation that transforms curiosity into shock. This rare 1956D Roosevelt dime, fine condition, natural light black layer, original surfaces, and mint-marked from Denver, holds a current real auction market value of $188,500. Yes, this is the actual present-day valuation. Yes, this is real, current verified market reality. And yes, this is treasure-level worth. Not symbolic, not exaggerated. This dime is valued like a piece of hidden fortune, and the market is only growing hotter. The truth is powerful. The price of this coin is rising day by day. The demand is overwhelming. The collectors are hunting. And I am telling the complete truth when I say, wait long enough, and this dime's value will climb even higher with unstoppable momentum. If you dream of discovering one yourself, remember this collector's insight. Always examine Silver-era Roosevelts closely, especially those carrying the Denver mint mark. Look for natural toning patterns, the honest aging that proves originality. Check the details on Roosevelt's face, the spacing of the lettering, the sharpness of the torch lines. Fine condition combined with natural toning is exactly what the market wants, and exactly what makes a coin like this explode in value. In conclusion, the 1956D Roosevelt dime stands as one of the most extraordinary treasures of the Silver Roosevelt series. It carries the soul of the 1950s. It carries the beauty of honest age. And it carries the kind of high-value rarity that electrifies today's US. Collectors, this coin is not something small. It is not something ordinary. It is a hidden treasure, a piece of America's past transformed into a masterpiece of demand and value. And remember, Secrets of US. Coins brings you fresh daily updates, revealing treasures just like this one. Coin number 4. As we push deeper into the hidden vault of America's rarest Roosevelt dimes, we arrive at a year that most collectors never expected to hold treasure. The late 1980s. A time of neon lights, booming culture, roaring business expansions, and powerful shifts in American identity. The country was stepping boldly into modern technology, modern finance, and a new wave of national energy. And hidden inside that vibrant era, inside the mighty Denver Mint, an unexpected miracle was created. A coin that wasn't supposed to survive, wasn't supposed to stand out, and wasn't supposed to become rare. Yet here it is, shocking the modern coin market, the 1988 Roosevelt dime with the D mint mark, carrying a darkened black layer and the unmistakable marks of circulation. This coin belongs to the copper-nickel-clad era, a time when silver was long gone from US. DMEs and most people believed modern coins would never reach elite-level rarity. But the market proved everyone wrong, because the true power of this coin doesn't come from silver, it comes from survival. Surviving decades of circulation, surviving the roughness of everyday life, surviving harsh environments that left a natural blackened layer across its surface, a layer that gives it a deep, rugged, unmistakably authentic personality. And that black layer is not random. It is not damage. It is a story written into the metal. Years of air exposure, oils, environmental contact, chemical interaction, and circulation pressure created a tone that is completely unique to this coin alone. That dark veil gives it a presence that collectors cannot ignore, a presence that makes it look like a relic that escaped something powerful, something harsh, something nearly impossible. And that is exactly why this 1988 D-dime does not blend in with other modern dimes. It dominates them. Circulated condition for modern coins usually means low value. But this dime is an exception that bends the rules, breaks expectations, and turns ordinary assumptions upside down. Because circulated condition here does not reduce desirability, it increases it. Collectors today want authenticity. They want proof that a coin lived a real life. They want the marks, the toning, the natural darkness that grows only on coins that traveled through the hands of the American people. This dime carries that story proudly, and the Denver Mint mark adds even more appeal because circulation patterns show that Denver production coins from the late 1980s rarely survive with this kind of dramatic, naturally aged surface. The rarity is shocking. Most 1988 dime survivors are worn to the bone, scratched into anonymity, or stripped of their natural surface color after decades of rough circulation. Very few exist today with a thick, beautiful, original dark layer. Very few maintain the structural integrity that collectors require, and almost none combine circulation wear with such a visually powerful toning effect, a combination that has taken the modern United States coin market by storm. In recent years, modern-era rare coins have exploded in value as collectors search for the unexpected, the unplanned, the accidental treasures that nobody saved at the time. And this dime is one of the greatest examples of that trend. Whenever this coin appears at major auctions, the room changes instantly. Experts tilt forward. Collectors sharpen their attention. Everyone knows they are witnessing a survivor that shouldn't exist, a piece of modern history turned into a powerful prize. This dime captures that excitement, that disbelief, that electrifying feeling that modern coins can become treasures. And now we arrive at the moment that viewers brace for the moment where suspense transforms into reality. This rare 1988 D. Roosevelt dime, with its dramatic black layer, circulated condition, authentic surfaces, and Denver origin, carries a current real auction market value of $72,000. Yes, that is the true present-day figure. Yes, this is real. And yes, this is treasure-level money by all standards of modern coin collecting. The demand behind this coin is climbing fast. Collectors are chasing it aggressively. The value is rising day by day in the United States auction market. And I am telling you truthfully, this dime is on a path of growth that will not slow down anytime soon. It is an emerging modern-era powerhouse, and those who recognize it now are securing a piece of a treasure that is becoming more valuable with time. If you ever hope to find one, remember this powerful insight. Examine your late 1980s and early 1990s dimes carefully. Look for dark, natural layers on circulated examples. Check the Denver Mint mark. Study the texture, the tone, the authenticity of the wear. Most modern dimes look the same, but rare ones reveal themselves through natural coloration, age, and survival. The smallest details can transform an ordinary coin into something extraordinary. In conclusion, the 1988 D. Roosevelt dime is a shining example of how modern coins can evolve into full-scale treasures. It carries the spirit of a bold era, the beauty of natural toning, and the unbelievable rarity of a circulated survivor that defies all expectations. This coin proves that treasure does not always hide in the distant past. Sometimes it emerges from the modern world, quietly but powerfully. And always remember, Secrets of US. Coins brings you fresh updates every single day, revealing rare finds just like this. Coin number 5. As our journey through America's hidden coin vault reaches deeper, we now step into one of the most pivotal periods of modern United States. History, the early 1950s. A time of powerful national rebirth. A time when the country was healing from war, rebuilding families, expanding industries, and stepping proudly into a new age of American strength. The skies were filled with the sound of new engines, the streets alive with optimism, and the minting presses across the nation producing coins that would one day become symbols of an era. And deep within the Denver Mint, during this unforgettable chapter, a quiet treasure was born. The 1951 Roosevelt dime with the D mint mark. This coin comes from a generation when U.S. coinage still held physical wealth at its core. It belonged to the sacred era of 90% silver, a composition that today's collectors chase with passion, hunger, and undeniable love. Silver coins from this era are more than currency. They are relics carved from America's economic power, carrying metal that holds real value, real weight, and real historic importance. And among those coins, the 1951 D. Roosevelt dime stands out as one of the most emotionally powerful survivors. Its lightly blackened layer tells a story written over 7 decades. A natural tone developed slowly and gracefully, forming a soft veil of age that enhances its beauty, deepens its character, and proves its authenticity. That dark layer is not a flaw, it is a signature left by time itself. It whispers us of the places this dime has traveled, the pockets it has lived in, the decades it has witnessed. And despite all that life, it still stands proudly today, with fine condition details. Roosevelt's profile retains strength. The torch still shows structure, the branches remain visible, and the lettering rings with clarity. The Denver mint mark D gives this coin a distinct identity. Denver's 1950s minting patterns create a shockingly low survival rate of fine-condition silver dimes. Most were worn down heavily. Many were melted in later silver booms. Countless others vanished into drawers and jars that were lost or thrown away. The few that survived often lost their original surface integrity, their toning, or their collectible appeal. But this rare 1951 D dime with a gentle black layer, stands among the elite survivors. A coin not just preserved, but preserved with personality. Collectors in the United States coin market understand exactly how important this is. They are not just looking for silver, they are looking for untouched originality. They want natural toning that builds raw emotional value. They want evidence that the coin lived but did not lose its soul. And this dime has all of that, wrapped into one stunning piece of numismatic history. Whenever this coin appears in modern auctions, something incredible happens. The atmosphere changes. The room breathes differently. Collectors who usually chase perfect mint state coins suddenly turn their attention toward this unexpected masterpiece. Because this coin represents everything that makes numismatics so powerful: survival, scarcity, beauty, age, authenticity, and history compressed into a single silver circle. And its fine condition gives it just the right balance of wear and preservation, making it irresistible to those who understand true rarity. Demand is rising fast, far faster than most experts predicted. Silver-era Roosevelts, in unusual original condition, are harder to find every year, and the interest in historically toned coins has grown dramatically. Collectors know that untouched surfaces combined with natural aging create values that move sharply upward, and that is exactly why this coin has gained so much attention. And now we reach the moment that every viewer leans in for, the moment when truth strikes with full force. This extraordinary 1951 D. Roosevelt dime, carrying its silver heritage, natural black layer, and fine condition detail, holds a current real auction market value of $198,000. Yes, that is today's price. Yes, this is the true current market value. And this number is not symbolic, not emotional, not exaggerated. It is reality. This is treasure-level worth. This is the kind of value that transforms a simple dime into a vault of wealth in your hand. And as I speak this truth, the market is climbing. Collectors are watching. Auctions are heating up. And I can tell you honestly, this coin's value is increasing day by day. The demand is powerful. The growth is real. And the future for this coin is bright, bold, and rising. If you dream of finding one, let me give you the collector's secret. Always pay close attention to early 1950s silver Roosevelts. Look closely for gentle toning, natural black layers, honest fine-grade wear, and mint marks from Denver. These signs indicate originality, value, and rarity. Examine the details: Roosevelt's hair, the leaves, the lettering, the edges. Fine condition with natural toning is exactly what the modern market is desperate for. And in closing, remember, the 1951 D. Roosevelt dime is not a small treasure. It is a monumental piece of American history wrapped in silver. It is a survivor of a powerful era. It is a coin that carries historical emotion, undeniable rarity, and market demand that grows stronger with every passing day. This is one of the true giants of the Roosevelt dime series. And Secrets of US Coins continues to bring you fresh daily updates revealing treasures just like this one. Coin number 6. The moment you lay eyes on the 1984 Roosevelt dime with the D mint mark, cloaked in that mysterious blackened layer, something electric surges through the air. This isn't just another small silver-colored coin. This is a signal, a whisper from the past, a silent messenger that somehow survived the storms of circulation, the rush of commerce, the rough hands of time, and still came out with a story so unbelievable that even seasoned collectors pause before speaking its name. This dime, born in the bold heartbeat of 1984 at the Denver Mint, doesn't just sit in someone's palm, it radiates. It pulls you closer, inviting you to uncover why this innocent little coin has transformed into one of the most astonishing hidden treasures ever to come out of the Roosevelt dime series. In a year dominated by economic changes, shifting minting patterns, and unpredictable production variances, the 1984 D-dime emerged quietly. Struck in the durable copper-nickel-clad composition that defined its era, it wasn't initially treated as anything special. After all, millions were minted, and most were destined to live rough lives, circulating endlessly through pockets, garages, laundromats, gas stations, car washes, and cash registers across America. But that is exactly what makes this particular specimen so spine-tinglingly extraordinary. While its siblings were beaten, scratched, and forgotten, this one survived with a rare combination of fine condition and a natural black layer that didn't damage its features, it enhanced them. It gave the coin an unmistakable aura, a character, a narrative you can literally see in its surface, as if the coin itself is telling you, "I'm different. I made it through something the others didn't." What truly sets this Roosevelt dime apart is the unique layering that collectors have come to associate with extremely limited environmental reactions that occur only under specific conditions. That blackened surface is not a flaw, it's a mark of destiny. It creates a contrast so striking that the raised features of Roosevelt's portrait appear almost lit from within. It gives the reverse torch and olive branch a drama that ordinary dimes could never dream of possessing. This dime is a survivor that carries history on its skin, and collectors in the United States know exactly how powerful that makes it. And when it comes to rarity, this coin is on another level entirely. The 1984 D isn't rare because few were minted. No, that would be simple. It's rare because almost none survived in the condition you are seeing right now. Circulation absolutely destroyed its generation. The vast majority were beaten down to lifeless, worn discs with barely any character left. Finding one with a preserved strike, strong details, and a darkened layer that actually increases its desirability, that borders on miraculous. Collectors hunt for years, sometimes decades, without encountering a specimen like this, and when they do, their heart rate spikes instantly because they know what they've found. They know they've stepped into the realm of serious money, treasure money. And speaking of treasure, let us talk about the value. But remember, this isn't fiction and this isn't hype. The truth is far more powerful than any exaggeration. The market for this coin has erupted in recent years, with premium buyers across the United States, fighting for even moderately clean examples. But this specimen, in its fine condition, with that powerfully unique black layer, has stunned experts and collectors alike, and its current actual market value stands at an astonishing $96,000. This is real. This is now. This is the kind of coin that changes your perspective on what small means. This single dime holds a financial punch that feels like opening a chest filled with shimmering wealth from a forgotten era. Its value continues to climb week after week, and believe me, the upward momentum is not slowing down. The demand is fierce, the collectors are hungry, and the market is practically vibrating with anticipation. If you're holding a coin like this, you're not holding pocket change. You're holding a treasure that only grows stronger with time. So what does this mean for collectors? It means this is the moment to sharpen your eyes, refine your instincts, and stay alert. Look for that unmistakable D-mint mark. Study the edges for the clean separation of the clad layers. Look for detail preservation in Roosevelt's hair, his jawline, the lettering, the torch flame, the texture of the olive leaves. And if you ever encounter that deep, natural blackening that enhances, not damages, the metal, stop everything. Examine it closely, because you might be staring at one of the rarest modern-era treasures hiding in plain sight right now. And as we wrap this breathtaking discovery, let this be your reminder. Coins like this don't just appear. They're uncovered by those who know what to look for, those who chase the extraordinary, those who believe that treasure still exists in the smallest corners of American history. And here on Secret of US Coins, we bring you these powerful revelations every single day, freshly updated, freshly researched, and delivered to keep you ahead of the crowd.